My name is Steve Orlowski, and I'm the Director of Instrumental Music at George Stevens Academy in Blue Hill, Maine. Our next set features the Early Birds Jazz Combo of George Stevens Academy, and at this time I'd like to introduce Tony Esposito, our drummer for the Early Birds. Tony's going to announce the selections, the composers and arrangers, and soloists.
All right, the first selection is Doc Martin by Colin Towns, arranged by Terry White. Solos include Jillian Eldridge on alto sax, Ian Bowden on tenor sax, Nora Spratt on trombone, and myself, Tony Esposito, on drums. The second selection is I'm Feeling Good by Anthony Newley, arranged by Terry White. Solos include Jenna Blodgett on vocals and Jillian Eldridge on alto sax. Our third selection is Dig-a-Dig-a-Doo by Dorothy Fields and Jimmy McHugh, arranged by Harry Pershing. Solos include Jenna Blodgett on vocals, Will MacArthur on trumpet, Austin Chandler on bass guitar, Jenna Blodgett on a scat solo, and myself, Tony Esposito, on drums. One, two, 3, 4.
birds flying high. You know how I feel. Sun in the sky. You know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, oh you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Center the pine, oh you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. I'm feeling good. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life for me. Yeah. I'm feeling good. Zulu man's feeling blue. Hear his heartbeat, little tattoo. Digga digga doo, digga doo doo. Digga digga doo, digga doo. You love me and I love you, and when it's love, it's natural too. Digga digga doo, digga doo doo. Digga digga doo, digga doo. I'm so very digga digga doo by nature. If you don't say digga digga doo to your mate, you're gonna lose your pop. So let the happy people smile. How can there be a virgin isle with dig-a-dig-a-doo, dig-a-doo-doo? Swing it. Super-doo-bop, super-doo-day, super-doo-bop, super-doo-bop-bop-ba. Let the happy people smile. How can there be a virgin isle with dig-a-dig-a-doo, dig-a-doo-doo? Dig-a-dig-a-doo, 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 dig-a.
Hello, George Stevens Academy Early Birds Jazz Combo. My name's Dave Pollock, and I want to thank you for being a part of the 2021 National Jazz Festival. I know it's been a really tough year for a lot of people, but I'm really excited that we had this opportunity this year, and I'm really happy that you took the time and put in the hard work to be a part of it. Before I get into anything else, I want to give a really big shout out to Nora on trombone. You looked like you were having an absolute blast up there, and I couldn't help but smile just watching you have so much fun in this performance. Now, you weren't doing anything crazy up there, but I can tell you were enjoying the music, you were getting into the groove, you were enjoying listening to the soloists. Even while you were playing, you were getting into it, and that's so great to see. That's how I approach the music, and I think a lot of young musicians and professionals can learn a lot from what you did. So thank you so much for showing us that you can really have fun with this music and really enjoy what you're doing. I have to give a little shout out to all of the soloists. Even though you guys weren't doing the craziest licks and the most wild substitutions and harmony, you played stuff that fit rhythmically, you stayed in the tonal centers and played stuff that fit harmonically, and you actually played motifs and had nice rhythms and left space for the rhythm section. It's really refreshing to hear. It is a really good starting point for learning jazz, and I'll talk a little bit later about transcription and listening, but it's a really great starting point for building up your own vocabulary and becoming a really great jazz musician. I really like the dynamic contrast you had. Now, I know in an ensemble this big, you kind of have to play dynamics, and you almost approach it kind of like a mini big band, but if you don't do dynamics, it would have been really boring to listen to, but you definitely had lots of dynamic contrast, and I really appreciate that. I just want to give another little shout out to Jenna on tenor sax and vocals. You have a really nice approach, and definitely keep listening to different vocalists in the styles you're going to be singing to hear what they did, and then kind of combine them together and take bits and pieces from each one of them to make it your own style. Now, here are a couple things that I heard during the performance that you might want to think about so you can take your playing to the next level. I know it's a larger ensemble, and like I said before, it's kind of like a mini big band, but I still think you should memorize the music. This will help you have more fun, just like Nora was doing in the back there, and you could be more interactive throughout, and you can work on making music and not worrying about the notes so much. Everything that you played was under control, but I think that was actually sort of an issue on the last tune, Digga Digga Do. I really wish you kind of went for those accents more and really dug in and almost played them more nasty and not played them so pretty and so clean. I think it would have fit the style a little better. Even if you're approaching this like a mini big band, you have to realize you don't have the numbers of a big band. So when you have a background line specifically, you might be the only person playing that note or even playing that line. You have to really play it more confidently even than you would if you were with a full big band. There really aren't a ton of jazz groups out there at this specific size and instrumentation, but the number one that comes to my mind is the Mingus Dynasty. If you haven't checked them out yet, please do, and all the other Mingus bands as well, but specifically Mingus Dynasty, to see what you can do with a multi-horn and rhythm section setup. They play incredibly creatively, incredibly interactively. Obviously, they're just fantastic musicians all around, but really listen to them for all of that, and specifically listen to them for their overall style and their approach. When they want to dig into a tune, they dig in. I think you could learn a lot from that group. Once again, thank you so much for being part of the festival and submitting this video. I had a great time watching it, and I know everybody else did as well. Thanks so much, keep playing and keep having fun.